What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Box Office Banter, and we have some familiar faces with us, and we're here to talk about the final. Yes, I've been doing this on this channel for so long, it feels like, even though it's only been a week. The final Fast and the Furious movie, at least for now. Fast 11. Actually, Fast X, but the 11th entry if you count Hobbs and Shaw.
Absolutely count it.
We're going to do a ranking after this, too. Stay tuned for that. What did we think about this movie? I'm going to finish this Uncrustable.
I like how it started off with a bang.
A big
Pretty
bite.
much showing the past movie. Which movie did that happen in?
Five.
Five? Yeah. And I love that scene in 5, too.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the best scene in 5.
It's the best thing in the franchise. I don't know, but it's up there. It's good.
Ronnie,
Like that Uncrustable.
when that scene came on and you saw Paul Walker, you go, he looks good. I was like,
Yeah.
dude, that's like, that's from the old movie.
That's
it. That's
I didn't
actually
even think about that at first either. I was like, "Oh damn, they got the CGI."
I
good
know,
on
and I
this.
agreed with them.
And then
for
and then
a
they started
second.
playing it out, and I was like, "Oh,
And I didn't bring it up. I was just like,
Damn, he looks good.
Yeah,
He-
Like, the CGI, wow.
like, he might as
like,
well
man.
not even be dead.
But
Like,
I did really like that though, like how I got to
Yeah.
see Paul Walker again. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
got to see like that scene play out. Now maybe that scene was a little too long though. Like,
and we got to remember, spoiler free for right now. Somebody had complained on our Evil Dead review, said we were like cutting it a little too close with spoilers.
oh, they'll be fine. There's a lot of blood in it.
True. But I feel like we get together, we don't even think about it. We just start talking. We're like, yeah, it's been a while. And I was about to say a spoiler out the gates. It's like, what about when this happened? We'll get to it. But
So
then I
why
was
don't
like,
we
wait a
just
minute.
talk about like what we thought of the movie real quick, and then we can just hit
Yeah,
spoilers.
we
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, that one because there's a lot of spoilers to be talked about in this.
All right, we'll restart.
Okay,
Okay, starting
And
now.
Action. Hi, Fast
Yeah.
X.
I mean, we could be
Way better
loose
than
with it.
9.
Yeah, you think so?
It's a lot better than 9.
Oh my God, no way. Well, I mean, I can't say anything to my ranking, but
Right.
but yeah, this movie surprised
9
me.
pisses me off, dude. I
It's
watched
bad.
it last night
It's
before
bad.
this, dude, and I was like,
It's worse than I remember.
it is. It really is. It truly is a devastating piece of film. But anyway, Fast 10 though, up a notch for sure.
One notch.
We'll see how many notches. But
It's yeah.
we'll
It
see.
is a 2 out of 10 compared to a 1 out of 10. So improvement. That's all we can ask for. This movie, bro.
Vin Diesel, all that arguments about him being like out of shape and shit for this movie, like is one of the reasons Justin Lin left the set was because he was a diva, and then because he wouldn't get in shape. Vin Diesel looked alright in this
Yeah,
movie.
he looked fine.
He looked
I don't
alright.
know.
I think they're. I
He didn't
think
look the best. He's getting old too. Dude.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
he's
fine. It fits the character. He's got muscles, but
Yeah,
he's
he's
got a
getting
little
older.
tummy. He looks like the
Okay,
Vin
so
Diesel you
he's
saw
a
on the
dad
yacht
now.
with
so.
the
If he's
stomach.
gonna have the dad bod, then he doesn't need to be flipping goddamn cars with one arm.
What
that,
are you
that
talking
was
about?
funny. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. This is fucking. Anyway,
What does that mean?
but
What?
no dad bod man is gonna flip a car.
Yeah, no dad bod man. That's like the new villain in the franchise. By the
The dad
way,
bod
I'm
man.
sorry. He's another spoiler. Dad bod man, DBM for short.
Yeah.
He's ferocious, dude.
Okay, so speaking on that note,
Vin Diesel though. Yeah.
the fucking Dante was phenomenal.
He's
Yeah, dude.
amazing.
Well,
If
Momoa
they
did
made this
great.
movie just about Dante and nobody else in it, I would give this movie a 10 out of 10. Like Dante is fucking
And
amazing.
That's one of the things.
Which
I
is
was
Jason
scared.
Momoa. If
Yeah,
y'all don't know.
okay, yeah, the villain, yeah.
That's one of the things I was scared of going into this. I was like, in the trailer, I was like, oh, dude. I
Yeah,
don't think-
like, they
I don't
said he
think
was
he's gonna be the-
flamboyant and
Yeah, I
all
don't think
that,
he's gonna be
but-
that good.
It worked.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, did it work?
Dude, it's weird because like when he initially comes out, there's like an opening scene and he just fucking like
He's
he kills it.
ruthless looking,
It's
yeah.
fucking like, oh shit, like he's got like a little swagger to him. He's insane. He seems really capable of fucking everybody up. I was in the zone. But then it started going on a little more, and I was like, okay, maybe he's doing a little too much. But then after that, like maybe a couple scenes later, I was just like, you know what? I'm buying into this, though. It's like infectious, especially coming off a movie like Fast 9. With all the shit that was going on, it was so dull. Like, there was so much stuff that should have been exciting, but it was so fucking dull. It felt like it was putting me to sleep. It got to a point where watching Dante play out, it was just like, come on, man. Like, this is what this franchise needed. They needed this
Yes.
charismatic type
Yeah.
of character because it was severely lacking. Even more so, I think, feeling the presence of The Rock gone. There just wasn't that. There's a huge void of charisma, and this is something I talked about in my reviews. I think John Cena could have been that, but they chose to make him dead ass serious John Cena,
Which I have things to say about in this movie.
yeah, which we'll talk about John Cena in this movie too, because there's a pleasant surprise with him and that in my regards. But Momoa was exactly what this franchise needed. They needed someone like this. Momoa delivered like crazy. Every time he was on screen, it got to the point where I was just having a blast. Like,
Dude, I was
couldn't take
happy every time he came on screen.
I couldn't stop looking at him.
Waiting for him to
What's he
come
gonna
back.
do next?
Yeah, he made the shit
Dude.
pop off.
I loved Momoa in this movie. Did not like Cena in this movie.
Did you not?
No, because
Yeah.
he was such a serious threat in 9
Yeah.
that this movie they made him his goofball self, like the John Cena goofball, the comedian shit. And it's like I get that because John Cena can be funny as fuck, but it doesn't work for this character in this movie. I
See?
think it should be way more serious than he is.
I'm complete vice versa on that one.
And I love that.
And the reason why is because I love that and I hate you, but I gotta go. The ninth one was just like John Cena has proven to be great when he's got like a little comedy, almost dorky like edge to him,
His
like he
comedic
was in
timing is
Peacemaker.
really good.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said it was fucking excellent, it's phenomenal. When they chose to make him this character in Fast 9, it was like it didn't work. It was a perfect chance to make him honestly like a character like Momoa. He can play that type of fucking crazy offbeat like whoa, hell, like just crazy eccentric guy. He can do that. And I feel like that's almost what they did with Momoa. They realized they fucked up in 9 and they're like, let's get somebody like John Cena can be and what we should have done with him in 9. And put him in 10. Jason Momoa, big brooding guy, he can do that. And I think they rectified that by learning their mistakes from 9 with Cena. And then they were able to flip it around and be like, you know what, let's fucking rectify Cena too. Now that he doesn't have to be this brooding guy, now that he's
Right,
in
but
with the
we
good
have
guys.
Momoa in this movie for that,
Yeah.
and John Cena just seems like it's out of character because I think because of Momoa
Mm-hmm.
is why Cena feels out of character on this. Because if it was another like serious bad guy, then the Cena thing probably would have worked with me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the fact that Momoa's character is just like, dude, like
I
I
get it.
can't do it.
I appreciate both.
And also, Cena, most of his scenes are with the
Kid,
kid.
yeah,
so like
yeah.
so maybe if
He was kind of
more,
like downgraded to
Yeah,
babysitter.
he's
in
gotta
this
be
movie.
the
so
dad and
he
shit.
Can't be like hard
It just-
to the kid.
It just
really.
makes sense. He's got that shell up, and he talks about how, like, even's like, have you seen your dad? He casts a big shadow. He had to, like, be that guy to show that he could match up with Dom. He had to be that because, he's like, he's the new crime lord-esque type boss in the series or whatever you want to call him, the street racer bad guy. He's that guy, so he's got to play that role. When he's in cool and it's family mode and he's with the kid and he's like trying to turn over a new leaf, I feel like it works to switch him into that mode personally. And it was kind of just, for me, it was rectifying what they did wrong with the villain in the last movie because they could have utilized that with Cena. And then it's also taking the chance to show you like, hey, look, he can be this kind of guy too. We realized we fucked up. I feel like they like righted a lot of wrongs in what they did with not only the villain, but also replacing the villain in this one. But also, for the 100th time, they did something that I can't stand. The villains are good guys every fucking time. There's always good guys. But we'll dive more into all the little in-depth things that are frustrating, at least for me in this movie too, when we get more into spoilers.
Where are we at with Richson?
Yeah, dude, he's great.
Loved him.
Who?
Alan Richson.
Who is that?
Castle, the blonde-haired guy, the big buff guy.
Why am I
The
fucking
agency.
blanking on this? Oh, of course, yeah. You're talking about what's his fucking name?
Jack Reacher.
Yeah, and
plays
he's
the new
on
Jack
Blue
Reacher.
Mountain State.
Yes, Thad Castle. Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. I forgot his
Yeah,
name.
I loved his character.
He was good.
I loved his twist too.
Yeah, dude, because it actually kind of caught me off guard, even though it shouldn't have.
No, it really shouldn't have, but I was like, oh.
Yeah, I
Ron-
didn't see it coming.
Rodney
Yeah.
got pumped when he found.
Yeah, we
whenever
won't tell you what the real twist is, but there's a little twisty roozy with the
fuck.
characters.
But Rodney got pumped for a minute, and then something happened, and it totally reversed it. And he's like, "Oh fuck."
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Thought it was this. I thought it was that.
Can't say it without spoiling.
Yeah, no. I can't go too deep
Cypher's in
into
the
it.
trailer, so we get a little bit of Cypher. We get a surprising Cypher scene at the beginning of this movie,
Yeah, that was.
which I really
No,
like
it was
that
good.
scene. I love that scene. So Cypher was Cypher. You know, she was She was okay in this. I think she's still best in 7.
8.
Is it 8? 8. Yeah.
Fate of the Furious.
Yeah,
She's the villain.
Still best in.
She's
that.
still one of my favorite characters, though. She's literally the only motherfucker I liked in 9. I think.
She does what's necessary. Like she don't believe in like family, but she believe in like enemy of my enemy. You find that shit out too. But
Yeah, she was solid in this. You got Brie Larson.
Brie Larson was fun. She was enjoyable. Almost wasn't needed.
That's what Josh said when I talked to him.
She was almost unneeded because they really didn't dive into Mr. Nobody other than saying like he's still doing his disappearing gig.
Nobody should.
Yeah, and then now but I don't know. I mean, I liked her scenes, but I just don't. I mean, we have another one coming though, so may she be more important and a bigger play because I'm sure they're gonna bring everybody back in the next one or two.
Even bad guy family now.
Yeah,
The comedy
Hauser,
in
dude.
this was mostly just from Momoa. Ludacris and Tyrese, they weren't.
They weren't.
think
They
they
had the
weren't that
one
fun.
good
They
thing on the
tried.
plane where they were talking on the plane, but other than that, they weren't like
Dude.
the pawn shop or not pawn shop, but the
Black,
Yeah,
The-
there's a cameo in that scene too.
which I'm 50-50 on. I thought half of it was funny.
I'll
and
just
half
come out and
wasn't.
say I don't like this person really in general.
What?
I've never been a fan of this person's comedy. Like I don't hate them, but like it's not like one of those like oh my god like how you are with Theo Von. This person's always people are high on him. I've always been like that. Yeah.
I knew there was going to be a cameo because I almost leaned over and was like, I wonder who the cameo is.
Oh yeah,
This is the
It's-
perfect scene
But yeah,
for it.
Tyrese and Ludacris, which was weirded me out.
it's
I
a
was-
stupid fight,
Dude, it's been so long since I've seen Ludacris with like braids that I forgot he used to have them when he first started. Because when he first had braids, I'm like, why does Ludacris look like somebody else? Like real familiar. I'm like, oh, it's Ludacris. That's what it is. He used to have those when he was, I wanna lick you from your head to your toes. Hit it, Tyler.
I don't want to move.
down to the floor.
From the bed. Okay, we'll try
yeah,
again.
from the bed to the floor.
There we
Keep
go.
moving.
To the floor.
And
Just skip the bed.
Just keep moving.
You're like, hold on, I got one for you. Stop. It's like, that's not even the rap. Let's move on. Our rap careers are over. But yeah, dude, Luda's full on Luda. He's got the fucking, the 50-yard line. Where the, all
Yeah,
that,
let's
the
do
dirty
spoilers.
birds.
I'm
Yeah.
ready to-
He's like, you know what? Let's switch this up. The raps are not working. Spoilers?
Spoilers.
Yeah, I'm ready to spoil the shit out of
Spoilers.
this.
Spoilers. If you have not seen this movie, turn this video off. You've been warned.
Yep.
And Chucky has got a gun.
Everyone dies.
Yeah, so fucking
Everyone dies and comes back to life.
Cypher showing up at their house
That
was a huge surprise. And
It was
That
dope.
poor house, man.
dude, I swear to God, it goes through some
Like, weren't
shit.
they just rebuilding it? In, like the
They
last
just
movie?
rebuilt it. Yeah,
Mhm.
they just rebuilt it.
Well,
Yeah.
they're rich too.
They have like one barbecue, and then the house
Yeah,
gets blown
every
up.
time.
God damn it. Oh, Chucky.
Oh, like
Yeah.
we were talking, Dom always gives away his necklace, and it always makes his way.
It's like it's not even
Way
a
back
totem anymore. It's just like, oh, so I'm getting the necklace. I'm just
What if
getting
the
it.
I will have
necklace
it
is
back.
is possessed by like an evil spirit, and Dom's just trying to give it away to
Dude, they'll break it
anybody?
open in the
That's
next
like
movie.
Fast and the Furious 15.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just
dude,
like
he
the
breaks
necklace.
Superpower.
They have to have exorcisms.
Oh.
The
the
necklace
cars.
is just floating in the air. It's like coming by. It's got a little voice that's attached to
They
it.
try to kill the necklace.
It's like, I thought I was done. You're not
think-
done, Dom.
I think Dom is getting. I think Vin Diesel's getting too serious for this franchise. Too serious with the franchise.
They feel
I
like
think
they're
everybody
making
else is
that.
having fun except him. I think he is like literally trying to go for like
well, it's like
Oscar
his
territory.
It's
life-
weird,
it's like
dude.
his life's work almost. Like,
It's all he does is Fast and Furious movies, and maybe a Riddick once in a while. But
Mm, the Last Witch Hunter or whatever.
he did Bloodshot too, that nanotech
Mm-hmm.
superhero.
No.
But anyway,
so he does
just-
everything.
Yeah.
He tries to like
Yeah.
cry in this movie a couple times.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. Helen Mirren showed up, and I got a boner. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
dude, me too.
it's fucking.
Friendship boners are
I
the
hate that
best.
she was only in one scene.
Mm.
that
Mhm.
lower just scored
You like her.
drastically.
Strange.
Oh no, because of her being in this, it went up a point.
Oh my God. Okay, now. Damn, that's some serious love.
Yeah, Helen Mirren, bro.
Yeah. Speaking of, we were just doing a cipher a second ago with the raps. A cipher when she shows up with the blood and all that shit. I love when like Dom though like almost does that like outliner shit where he like grabs the. You could like at least in
house.
IMAX when
You
he
could see
did
it
that.
shake.
It like the whole theater shook. I was like, I
Yeah.
felt that. I was like, fuck yeah. I know she's gonna be best friends with you by the next movie, but
No.
right now we're upset. I
After
like it.
seeing this, dude, I think she's always gonna be for herself, bro. Cause she like her and Letty's fight, dude,
Yeah, but
was
then she-
pretty badass.
She
It was
helped her
cool.
out.
Huh?
She helped her out though.
Yeah,
after.
but for herself. She's
Damn.
always in it for herself. You got to. That's the great thing about Cypher's character, though, is like
maybe she saved Letty for some.
Who knows?
for
man.
her
Yeah.
because it's gonna help her in the long run.
And then
you know what I'm
Letty.
saying? She literally told Dom, she was like, "The enemy of my enemy is, my friend. The only reason I'm here right now is because it'll help me in the long run, and it can help you all too."
It's crazy.
Uh,
She's wild, dude.
we had a death in this movie. A death.
Yeah.
Man, he'll be back next movie.
Who was it?
Old Jacob.
I was
Uncle
about to say
Jacob.
John Cena, bro.
Yeah.
This man did a swanton bomb. Jeff Hardy
It was
style
a
with this car.
badass sacrifice.
Dude, that
bro.
car is dope.
He's got to be dead, dude. They cannot bring this motherfucker
They brought
back,
Han
dude.
back.
I know.
In Tokyo Drift, because I rewatched them and I watched that scene in Tokyo Drift, I was like, okay,
There's no way.
there's no way. he
There's
could've
literally
got
no
that
way.
car in time. or
See,
anything.
Letty used to not work for me either, but this watch around, I'm like, I can actually deal with Letty coming back 'cause we technically never saw her die. Han's debatably like my favorite character in the franchise. He should be fucking dead. There's no way around that stupid pass off conversation they had in Fate of the Furious, I think, or no, Fast 9. Where like Mr. Nobody's like, he's just like, we did some work, and then
Oh,
Han's
yeah.
like, yeah, eating his fucking chip or whatever. It's just, it's so forced. It's like, dude, he's dead. Let it be.
They won't.
No, they
They
won't.
won't because they
If-
brought somebody else back at the end of this. It pisses
Dude,
me
yeah,
off.
I don't under fucking stand,
It pisses
dude.
me
I mean,
off.
we're in spoiler
I told
territory.
him-
We can talk about that
I
if you
told
want.
him when it happened too. I was like, dude, there's no way this person is alive.
It's
There's
bullshit.
no way. There's
This franchise continues to fuck up with that type of shit.
yeah, because now I'm like, oh, Jacob ain't dead. Jacob's death meant nothing to me because I
it
know
gets
they're gonna
more and
bring
more
him back.
bizarre. Like, no matter how crazy it is, you're like, they'll be back. They'll find a way.
Yeah, what about
The
big
whole-
spoiler? Everybody else.
yeah, exactly.
The
I
whole
was gonna say-
crew dies.
But technically,
Ish.
if they
don't see
blow
the
up
plane.
on the
Yeah.
other side of the mountain.
Right.
You know they got their parachutes. Like, what up, Dom? You can hear fucking Tyrese Roman like screaming coming down with the parachute.
Yeah, and then
It's
Vin
just-
Diesel's. Well, let's see. Hold on. It was that crew, and then Alan Richardson was fine. Jason Momoa was fine. Vin was fine. Michelle Rodriguez was still in
Vin was fine for
lockup,
a moment.
and
Yeah.
then
Dude, I'd actually be cool with that though. If that whole fucking plane blew up, good.
with all those characters,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Think about that. Then you still got Cypher. Giselle shouldn't be back, but she's here. You got Letty. You got Vin Diesel. If you do, with the post-credit scene, incorporate The Rock back in, that little crew
That
would
was-
be just
that
fine
was
going
one
forward.
of the worst acted post-credit scenes I've ever seen in my
Really
life.
think
I
so?
laughed my ass off, dude.
Some bitch.
He says,
Some bitch.
"You know where to find me, you some bitch." And I'm just like, "No, he didn't, dude." Like,
I still
what
was
the
hyped
fuck?
though. I was
Like,
still
yes, it's
hyped.
good to see him back in, but I'm just like, man, you phoned that the fuck in right there.
Yeah,
dude.
he's like, he's probably like,
He's
I
probably
don't
pissed
want
he
to
has
do
come-
this
yeah,
franchise.
Yeah, he's probably
Damn
pissed
it.
that he has to because Black Adam didn't do him no favors.
No, dude.
But yeah, dude, it's just like there was good hand-to-hand combat scenes in this. The action was pretty solid, but these set pieces, dude, I feel like they need to tone it the fuck down, dude. Like the whole helicopter shit, stop, just stop. You know what I'm saying? Like there needs to be some point of like believability in this. Like you're telling me that car is two-wheel drive all in the front, and that's what's keeping the helicopters from pulling you
Yeah,
up.
but when he really goes, it pops a wheelie. Like, how's that work?
Right,
It's
so
two-wheel drive.
yeah, it makes no fucking sense.
See,
dude.
it's weird. I've been talking about this in my reviews. Like, there's certain things that I can really just separate my mind from.
Yes.
Like, I know it's ridiculous, but I can get on board with it because it's like ridiculous. But in a movie world, I can somehow do it. And there's other times where it's too much. That didn't bother me too much. Actually, like the only time in this one where I was like, okay, I can't, is like when he did when he's trying to do the, what is it, the fucking bomb, the big ball.
Oh my god, the crane scene.
Yeah, when he hits the crane and then spins around and he lands over like that. For some reason, that type of shit is what gets me. Like Furious 7, when I watched it again, actually had like the worst of this shit. Like there was so much blunt force trauma. Like when he drove off the fucking cliff and it was like,
Oh yeah.
boom, 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 boom.
But it's Dominic Toretto.
Yeah, and he just
Dude,
crawls out the
They
scratch.
don't wear seatbelts either.
No.
Have y'all noticed that? Like
They
when
never
It's
do.
were-
bad.
They're always in a rush.
Yeah,
But that's what I said. Like the difference was like Fate of the Furious didn't have that as much. Where like they're fucking taking cars out of a parking garage because they're
He moved
controlled.
a submarine or a missile
Yeah,
with his
that's
hand.
the one scene that gets me. But then again, it's also like it's The Rock
The
for
Rock.
some reason. I
I've
let
seen
that
him
go
do
as
it.
much. But then like in Fast 7, Dom's ramping off of a fucking parking garage into a fucking helicopter and going face down in a car. It's like there's levels of this
I
shit.
can see that happening though.
This, yeah, for sure. This one didn't. I don't know. It didn't go as overboard with it to me,
Oh my
where it
God,
was
it
like
did.
definitive death. Even though there's a lot of
Dude,
shit
there's
that
no
makes
way he's
sense.
surviving the dam scene. There's
No.
no way he's surviving the helicopter scene, honestly.
No.
He's not surviving the bomb scene. Every other fucking car flew in the air about 10, 15 feet, and his just ass up.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I'm
that's my
saying? Like-
point. Like, obviously, that's not gonna happen. But it's like I'm like, oh, I can do enough in my brain. I'm like, okay, he's ramping it down. I'm watching him drive. When I'm watching him go boom, 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 like, and I'm watching him like, oh damn, he's flipping, he's hitting. The contact is actually visually there. Whereas this, even though that's not what would happen, I'm like, okay, he's ramping down it. It's like there's a difference in that to me. I guess.
I can see
he
that.
drives the same car the whole movie.
Yeah,
It's like,
I know.
dude, that's been totaled in the opening credits.
Dude, that car's been totaled numerous times since
I'm about
the
to
first
say
movie.
that's every
Every
fucking.
movie is-
It's still hanging on, dude.
Yeah, it's like I'm scared to death of this car. You should fucking be scared of this car.
Mm-hmm. It's fucking. It's bad. We'll talk about Cypher some more, so we can spoil everything with him and what he does.
Her,
Him, her, whatever.
said Cypher.
I don't know why I said Cypher. I don't know why
What
the
do you
fuck
mean,
I said
Dante?
it. Yeah, I was about.
Dude,
Ugh,
I fucking
Dante.
love Dante. Dante is one of my favorite villains of the year right now.
Oh yeah, he killed it. That opening scene though, we can talk more about that now, dude.
What happened? I
when-
forgot the opening.
When he goes in there with Cypher and he like shows them he has all their kids.
Oh
and shit.
yes, dude.
Was
They
cutting
all
them up.
turn on it. Oh my god, that was awesome.
He like
dude.
licked the blade and shit from the trailer. It was like this dude's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, and then like throughout the movie too, he's like, and don't forget, I got your family, so don't
Yeah.
go anywhere.
Yeah,
I'm
don't
just
do
like,
anything.
dude, yes. I'd
Don't
be
do
way
anything.
more scared of someone like that
Yeah,
than a
he's
guy like.
fucking insane, dude.
I love it.
When Vin Diesel knocked his tooth out, he goes, "You butthole."
Yeah,
You
that-
butthole. Yes,
Yeah,
he
that-
called him a butthole.
that
and
was
threw
the-
the tooth at him.
That was funny as shit for some reason. When he did, it's like I knew that was gonna happen too. I was like, they're really not gonna fuck up his teeth in the front though. And then he
love-
ripped it out.
How he's not a fighter. Dante's just not a fighter. He's just like
He's
a.
pretty smart.
Yeah, he's
No,
like,
he's a
I'll
good
just
planner,
fight you
header.
behind the scenes and just hire a bunch of people to fuck you up.
And
have
explode shit
plans. Yeah.
non-stop, dude.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm cool with Vin Diesel beating the dog shit out of him and him being like, look, basically, I'm just not a fighter, okay? Like, chill.
But that's what fucks with me though, is that was like the only chance he really had to fight. And the other part of me is like, is he not a fighter? Or is he just like letting him beat him up?
He is a fighter because what he did with that dude with the knife.
Yeah, I think
so
he
why
is.
Did he let him beat
I
him up
think
like
he's
that?
doing that to like fuck with his brain. It's just like there was people talking about he's almost got a Joker-esque type quality. The Joker
does.
let him like Batman beat the shit out. He's like,
Yeah.
where are they? And he's just like, ha, ha, ha. Like that's almost like I feel like he's letting him take his anger out and feel like he's on top, so he can do the twist where he's like, ha ha, like, and then like he's like, you're actually in my hands. Like he just fucks with the person's head. He builds him up to break him down. I feel like that's what he was doing in that
That's
scene.
awesome. He killed it.
Yeah, he fucking dude rolled it. There's one problem I have though, if I do have one. It was by the last scene. There was a part of me that was just like, is this gonna get old though? Because it feels like they are fucking trying to one up every scene with him blowing up something in a different way. It just felt like it started to become a little repetitive. Not in this movie, but like by the last scene, I was kind of like, okay, if we go in the next movie and it's the same act over and over again, like, how are you gonna get out of this one, Dom? And then more explosions. And then 20 minutes later in the next one, like, Dom, I got more explosions. This is going to be crazy. Like, it's like it became like a thing where it's like, okay, like, it was like a one trick pony in a bunch of different ways. It felt like It was just a bunch of like act one. How you gonna survive this explosion? Let me throw it in your face. Just like, oh, check out this convenient thing. And it was like a theatric. Oh, Dom, how's this gonna work? And it was just after a while, like by last one, I'm like, okay, this could get old, I think. But I'm like, we're at the end of the movie though, we're good. And then we have the cliffhanger. I'm like, is that what they're gonna be doing all next movie? Like, oh, I see you brought your guys. And he's like standing from like above, like watching the shit play out again. It's just like, I don't know how that's gonna work. Maybe he's gonna need to get more nitty gritty than behind the scenes every 30 minutes, new set piece with
Maybe
explosions.
they'll save that fight for like next movie or
That'd
the
be
third
cool.
movie or whatever.
I hope so.
Fourth, who knows?
Yeah, but so what are we doing? Scores for here or
One
ranking?
more scene, real quick.
Let's hit it.
I feel like that's what it really won me over with the flamboyancy. 'Cause I was like, no, this dude's just fucking crazy. Is when he fucking had the cops or whatever, when he's doing their nails and shit.
Oh my god, how did I forget?
Yeah,
That's my
exactly.
favorite scene in the movie.
Yeah, it
It's-
was.
honestly.
Yeah, exactly. Because like when that happened, that's when I was completely sold out. Because it was like, oh no, like this dude is just fucking out of his
See,
mind.
and I even got spoiled on that before the movie because I was listening to a review, a non-spoiler review of this movie, and they were like, yeah, this guy, Dante is painting dead people's nails and shit, and I'm like, what? And then I see it in the context of it, I'm like, oh my god, this is perfect right here. And then he's got like the Jim Carrey yes man
Yeah.
across from him with the eye open and shit, and the fly lands on it. I'm
he's like, it's good to dial down the masculinity.
he's like,
and
come on, Bob. He's like,
upgrade the flamboyancy or some shit.
oh
dude.
my god, yes, that
Yeah,
best
that-
scene in the movie.
That's when it really hit, where it was just like, dude, this dude's not just eccentric for the fucking. Like, this
And-
dude's literally fucking
all
insane.
with
Pigtails?
pigtails,
Pigtails
dude.
and shit with the fucking. You talking about when they raced and shit?
No,
or are you talking about
whenever
in that
scene,
specific
yeah, he had
scene?
the pigtails.
So
The
you-
race scene was cool.
I
I
liked
like
it too.
that.
Where he
I
was
like how he
pick-
was like tickling the guns, like you know, in the
Yeah.
trailer you see that, but in the movie it's like with the context beforehand, you're just like, okay,
Like
yeah.
hits on that girl and she's
Dude,
like,
yeah, and then he's
ouch.
just like, ugh. Oh, dude,
He goes,
the
ouch.
car, the talking from like joking around to being like
Yeah.
full on serious. It was like, okay, Dante, you
Yeah.
got my attention, bro. Like,
Yeah,
let's see it.
legit as fuck. All right.
Let's not score it.
Wow.
Save it for the ranking.
I feel like we gotta score it though for the video.
We'll make up a score right now.
Okay, yeah, let's make
This
up
one
a
won't be real. No, we gotta do a real score. guys.
This movie's better than Fast 9 by a mile for me. There's a lot of problems I had with it, with acting wise. Vin Diesel needs to just chill. This is not a Academy Award movie. Like,
Yeah.
He needs to
Not yet.
step it down. But
Just wait.
enjoyable factor 6.5. So I'll give this a 6.5.
Nice. That is an upgrade
Uh,
for sure.
For me, I'll just go 8.
Really?
But everybody knew he was going to love this movie.
Yeah. Guess
It's
what?
his favorite movie of all time now.
This is an 8.2 out of 10 to me.
What the?
Yeah. I love this
God.
movie. And it's a lot of it is because of fucking Dante.
It's Dante.
It
My whole
is.
score is Dante.
It's so entertaining. This movie was entertaining. And I feel like my lowered expectations extremely helped this movie. It's Dante. It's John Cena because they did the little tweak. I like the tweak. It gave me somebody else to enjoy to where like I had a grouping of people. It's the end credit scene that got me hyped. Yeah, after I got pissed after Giselle, but I'm like, oh, then The Rock's coming back. And then it's also there's a little bit more heart here. The opening
There
of the
is more heart
movie,
in this one.
it gives me just enough with like, you know, he's like reminiscing and shit. And they're talking about, of course, family. And like, he's like, I'm not scared. I'm thinking, and it's putting pieces in place. And then you got this guy that's coming in to rip down the family. It did enough to get me reinvested. And then you have the tweak with John Cena. And then you have Dante just like knocking me off my feet. And then there's the entertainment scale where everything was entertaining. Like, I ended up loving this movie.
Damn.
I wanted to give it like at first I was thinking it was like 8.3 and it got bumped to an 8.0 because they brought people back. They had bad people be good. That shit ruined it. But then the more I thought about it and let it sit for a couple days, I'm like, man, I want to see this again. Actually, like I think it's other ways.
Oh, I'm down to watch it again.
I think it was like an 8.5, but got bumped down to 8.2 because of that. I mean, this is for an action movie. This was everything I wanted. It was
A
Yeah.
lot of action
There's
in this movie.
there's the people you got camaraderie with, and back in a good movie again, or at least it feels like a good movie again. Good action set pieces as usual.
I just
Fucking
wasn't the
great
biggest fan of the separated stories
Yeah.
of it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, I get it.
work with these 3 people and then these 2 people and then
Yeah.
these 2 people over here doing this.
And there's things that didn't work. Like we talked
But-
about fucking Rome and Ludacris's character, Tej, or whatever the fuck.
Tej.
Yeah, that shit's kind of already went out the window for me. But this one kind of was like, okay, yeah, further proving it. I didn't know if maybe they had a bad movie or something like a 9, but it just feels like it's gone now. So it was disappointing. So there's little things. But this movie was dope. I liked it.
Hell
Loved it.
yeah.
Does anyone know Josh's?
Oh yeah, dude.
What is it?
Josh's was a 74.
74.
I'm about to say he texted me. He ended up really liking it too. Is that what it was? He's got it 7.3 on mine. So I don't know.